And I am back. I am live on YouTube. All my friends and family come visit me. The Big Larry Show on YouTube. Just trying to get a few more people here, people. Wow, I can't believe no one's made it here yet. Not much, just getting things going this morning. Yeah, I couldn't figure out why you didn't see that clip, Todd. Pizza has it. It says it was 2 hours ago, so oh, looks like I need to plug in the laptop again. Well, I gotta quit leaving it unplugged. Morning dump. Okay. Make sure she's charging back up. We got about 5 miles an hour wind. We are sitting at 49 degrees. Looks like it's gonna rain, but no rain coming down yet. I'm always shirtless, Ronnie Reagan. I don't like wearing shirts. Good morning, pizza. Yes, I did yours this morning. That's what caught my attention this morning. That's why I went live. Oh, I'm sorry. Temperature just came back as it is 42 degrees out there. Feels like 42. Winds at 13 miles an hour going north. I'm doing good, Johnny. How are you doing? Nothing like waking up to a nice hot fresh of coffee. Elbows itching a little bit. Ugh. Big Larry trying to get comfortable. You must have been running into the bathroom or something, Todd. Well, mine are too, Todd. I figure with me posting out on Facebook with my friends and family telling them I'm live on YouTube, they come and visit, but don't look like they're coming. That's fine. I'm happy with 12 people. Yeah, like I couldn't believe Vaughn clawed out the lawyer. I'm telling you, that boy's working on getting himself put in a straitjacket. What he's working on. He said Cybers or whatever that lawyer's name has to prove. No, he don't. Von Hilton, you gotta prove. And we all know you ain't got proof. And if you do, it's in that fucking garbage ass trailer that's so much fucking paperwork that the CSB had to make you fucking pay somebody to clean it. And they probably threw all the paperwork away. Yeah, exactly. He can't prove his own claim. Shit, Todd would be having him hanging from his neck in his basement. I'm live on YouTube right now. Just go to YouTube and push the live button. You'll see me, Big Larry. WB. Wake and Bake. Give me some thumbs up if you guys are enjoying the Saturday morning show. Yeah, I know, Todd. Yeah, if you guys want to start with Todd, go to Todd's channel. This is Larry's channel. This is Big Larry Show. I'm a friendly kind of guy. I like to talk about anything and everything except some of my people. And every one of yous on here are my people. Each and every, if you're on my show, that means you're my friend. As half of you can see, Todd is a blue wrench holder. There is a reason he holds that wrench. I like Todd. He seems like a good guy. He's truthful. You know, if he's wrong, he will admit he's wrong. He ain't Von Hilton. He ain't always right. He's close to it, but Todd's a good guy. I don't care what any of y'all say. As long as I like him, he will be in my show and he will carry that blue wrench. Pizza. I don't know if you like to show your face or not because I've never seen your face, which is fine and dandy with me. I don't care. I don't care what you look like. I don't even care if you're a green alien. We ought to do a show together. You don't have to show your face. I'll show mine. I know I'm ugly. I don't care. Okay, okay. Like I said, I don't know, Pizza. All I know is I see a lot of comments. I watch a lot of your videos, so I didn't know if you ever went live with anybody. The only thing I row is big old fat joints and row my wife over. I thought about starting to do the Larry Wake and Bake shows every morning again without showing my face. So maybe I'll let the gray aliens take over my show, the Big Larry show, and we'll show them during my shows. They've been gaining weight since they've been living with me. They're starting to get fat like me. I'm feeding them too much. Morning, Nick Geek Out. Been a while since I seen you. Yeah, maybe, Todd. Good morning. Well, you all know I called John Way out 4 days ago. He still ain't responded to me, so he's checking shit. Just like Vaughn Hilton. Talks a lot of shit, but no game. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing better, Todd. Yeah, when he started talking shit about the lawyer, buddy, I think he just opened a bag of rattlesnakes. Oh, he is definitely see it, Nick. There's no doubt about that. They've been watching all my videos. They're only responding to certain ones. Oh shit. Or are you talking to the lawyer? Lawyer's already got it. So did his secretary. It was sent to them as soon as it came out. Yeah, he's already called for a Rule 11, so he's already seen it and know it. He says the lawyer has to prove it. No, the lawyer don't have to prove nothing. Von Hilton, you have to prove it. You have to prove that your mommy had $34 million. You can't. You got to prove that your mom had war bonds. You can't. That's it, too, Todd. Exactly. Well, he did kind of get smart with that lawyer one time at the courthouse when we were there. And the lawyer put him in his place. I think that's why he quit going to the courthouse and he was doing all of it on the computer. Yeah, agree, Todd. Agree. And personally, even if he did take pictures, Todd, them pictures didn't survive the tornado that went through his house. What says that Von Hilton, maybe she did have it all. Did Von Hilton steal it all? You know, personally, I'm going to say Uncle Jim didn't, but I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, wherever them war bonds went, if there was any, there's a record of it. Whoever turned the $100 bills in, there's a record of it. Because $100 bills, you just don't go to the store and get them no more. You can't go to the bank and get them like that anymore. You literally have to ask them for them bills. Them mason jars had food in it, not money. Them jars belong to Millie and Jim. Because Millie's the one that sent Alice all the food down there in them mason jars. Yeah, so 2 years before they were even available, Miss Alice bought them. Hey, Solar Marshall. I want to do a live interview with you too, buddy. He is a lawyer for the Frost. I think he is. I don't think he's the governor. I know he sits on one of the high seats in the state of Kentucky. Sydney. Yeah, just Google his name. Robert, I can't even pronounce it. Stifers? Yeah, I still don't believe that he says the frost had something to do with his kids being taken. That's insane. CSB took his children. They were out to his house 13 times. Spoiled bottles, dirty dishes, maggots crawling in the sink. I mean, he had to hire people to come in and clean. He was too lazy to get up and clean. He's too lazy to take out the damn garbage. He went and take his mother's garbage out. Yeah, exactly, pizza. Like I said, he just opened the rattlesnake backs. That man does not play. Yeah, that's kind of serious too, Todd. I agree there. And then this morning it does one about zombies. He's the zombie. Let me know when you find me. Just give me thumbs up on the YouTube. Or at least say hi. I don't care what name you're in. Yeah, I know, Todd. I thought you were getting the one about the lawyer too, but I seen that lawyer one this morning, and that's what made me go live. Because usually Big Larry don't go live Saturdays. I usually just hang out with the wife and kid. I'm live on YouTube, Jeff. Oh, I know you wouldn't have, Todd. Sydney, he's also the Frost's lawyer. Oh, it don't worry me. Yeah, he's gonna get squished like a bug. There ain't no doubt about that. He gonna be lucky he don't walk out of there with the straight jacket on. Because that man has that kind of power. Yes, I am a Frost, Sydney. Me, Ronnie Ray, and Uncle Jim. All of us. Mainly Jim. Like I said, and I'll say it again, the next time I have to go to court against that sucker, I'm getting paid. Not my lawyers, not nobody else. Me. I'm going to get paid. You're wasting my time. And my time's very precious. And I heard that lawyer's very expensive. That he is. I should have did doing my fingernails. Not much. Welcome to the show, the ghost. He did one this morning. He did two of them this morning, Solar. He did one about the lawyer, and then he did one about what do they call them? Zombies. They're saying Odyssey did it. He's nuts. He ain't odd. He's nuts. Belongs in a state hospital somewhere. You're definitely right on that. He ain't got survivor skills or common sense. Solar, just go to Pizzas or Todd's. They both got it. Sorry for your loss, cuz. Oh, yeah, for next month, this month, John Way paid for it. Over $300. Which I think is so funny. And I was like, man, why is his light bill so high? You know what my light bill was this month, people? $54. Yeah, J Dubs paid it. He might have pizza, I don't know. That's a lawful lot of money. Yeah, exactly, Todd. Nothing's coming up. It probably is, Toby. He's in love with Vaughn. Excuse me. Not bad manners, just good coffee. Definitely, Warren. No, he would not, Gregory. You guys keep him up in New York. We're sending Vaughn to New York. Kentucky has enough idiots down here. Well, we know he don't, Todd. His woman controls it all. Okay, well, her father, yes. He ain't gonna have plenty of room pretty soon. None of it's his yet. Doing pretty good for a Saturday morning. 38 viewers, 12 thumbs up. So only 12 of yous are liking my show. Hey, if he's starved, that's his own fault. There's a church around him and a private school that gives out food all the time. Now, don't put me wrong, some of it, is not my cup of tea, as I call it. Like when you get down to the greens and carrots and certain stuff, but there's some stuff that is decent. I mean, they give snack cakes away, they give milk away, they give orange juice away, they give potatoes away. Oh, Vaughn don't know how to cook potatoes, so that ain't gonna do him no good. Yeah, if they gave away TV dinners, Vaughn would definitely be in line. I mean, I've seen them give chicken away. They've gave turkeys and hams away. Greens are okay, but it ain't on my favorite list. It's like sweet potatoes. Not what, 2 weeks ago? I ended up getting two 40-pound boxes of sweet potatoes. I like sweet potatoes, but not like that. We gave a whole box away ourselves to the neighbors. We went to every neighbor and asked them, hey, you guys like sweet potatoes? Here, let us give you some sweet potatoes. I like sweet potatoes, so it ain't going to bother me, but I ain't going to eat no 80 pounds of them. My wife's cooked them twice so far since we've had them. She's made them into a mashed potato kind of thing, and then she did baked potatoes with them. Yeah, Solar, go ahead and try to get yourself something to eat, buddy. You got to eat. I mean, I could name a lot of foods that OBI and the church has given out. The human body can only do 10 days without food, it says. 3 days without water or liquid. 8 minutes without oxygen. That's like right after my heart surgery. Everything tasted the same to me. My taste buds completely shut off. I'm just starting to get them back. Yeah, and it's going to solar for a while. And there it lit up, people. That means time to roll them and smoke them. Solar, I wouldn't worry about it, buddy. Just laugh it off and keep doing what you're doing. It's your life. You know what you're going through. Yes, it is hard when you're on your own and you're sick because you have no one to help you. That's one good thing. I am married. I have a wife, so she helps me out as much as she can, which I try to help her. Taking the internet too seriously is a large part of why Vaughn is fucked up. Yes. Well, Marshall, you go get your groceries and get something that you like, buddy. Make sure you get something that's going to give you some energy back in your body. Get yourself a nice steak. You need that protein. Hey, Nick. Yeah, I mean, there are people like that, Solar. I don't blame you. You take care too, buddy. You know, you really want to talk, get me up on Facebook and I'll give you my phone number. It ain't like I can help you much, but I can sure talk to you. Sounds like your sugar's low, dear. Okay. Hi. Battery's low? I can tell it's Saturday. Somebody's grouchy. You. 35 viewers, 18 thumbs up. Come on, people. Give me some thumbs up. Show me that you guys like Big Larry being live on Saturday morning. Just if you come on Facebook, Solar, let me know it's you.
$2.42.
242? That's not bad. Not for you.
But it says no low. It says low.
Huh? Yeah, it says you're at 242, but it says you're low.
I know.
I think that machine's going wacko.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you plug it in and let it charge a little bit and see what happens?
Okay.
Is there any coffee left or we finish it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you want it?
I think I already had
Okay.
2 cups.
Well, you can have the third cup if you want it. I mean, your cup's small compared to mine.
Oh,
I know what you're drinking out of.
you do.
Same cups that I got. Well, not the same cup I drink my coffee out of, but my penny cup. Yeah. You got a penny cup like mine. There goes my thumbs up. They're starting to climb. That's good. So, how's everybody doing today? I hope everyone's good.
You know my butterfly cup? I hardly use that.
I noticed that.
I don't want to get broke.
We got so many coffee cups, baby. I lose track on how many we have.
Yeah, but that's my favorite cup. So
Well, I know. I mean, me personally, I'd put your favorite cup away for it don't get broke.
it is.
And use one that you don't care if it's going to get broke or not. I mean, it ain't like we got a lot of people come over here and have coffee with us.
I know.
It's just me and you. Been on an hour, 34 viewers. Hey, Vaughn, did you hear that? I got 34 viewers. You have one. Well, it helps the check. That's the good thing. It helps your check. No, I ain't been doing nothing for 15 years. Only thing I've been doing for 15 years is raising my family. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job of it. Plus your regular paycheck, I hope. Because I sure wouldn't be working for no $4.50 an hour. Hell, McDonald's is paying $10 an hour. Warren, I don't know why you took your message away. You should have let me at least read it. Yes, that is true, Warren. And the fucked up thing was that he didn't pay for it, and neither did his mother. Have you been ordered to appear in court for your allergy actions towards this? No, I have not. He better never take me to court again. Because I'm going to sue him for everything he owns after Uncle Jim's done. Yes, I would. I'll take it in a heartbeat. But I think when it proves that I'm not lying and Vaughn's the liar, that he has to give up something. Like some of the property. And personally, I want the one with the pond on it. Because I'm going to put me a house trailer up on that pond land where I could fucking see his house every single day. And I will torment him every single day. Well, I don't know what it is, and I don't care, but I know I'm telling the truth. And I'll say it again. Do I know about Uncle Jim taking any money out of Alice's house? He took the money out of her account where she says for him to go ahead and put the skylight in, for him to have that front door put on. All the rooms got painted, all the carpet got tore up, and the brand new wood floors got all put in. So yeah, he did take money out of the house to put all that together. Was it 32 million? Hell no. Like I said, Miss Alice has never had 32 million. I don't think she's ever had a million, let alone 32 million. You think our earth is flat too? No. Go smoke another joint and look again. Can you guys see me, or is that too bright? That sun shining in. I just wanted to get some of that fresh air coming in the house. Only thing that was in them mason jars were green beans, corn on the cob, off the cob. Strawberries. Warren, that was back in Hamilton. That's not down here because there ain't no little boys around him. And I'm going to tell you, if I'm a father and I found out a grown man was messing with my son, he wouldn't worry about the courthouse. He wouldn't worry about no fucking police. I would have shot him right through the fucking eyes. That's something I don't play around with. Where you are eating mighty fancy for someone who don't take $2 million from Ohio. I have no idea what makes him think that. He thinks his mommy and daddy were rich millionaires. His daddy's paychecks wasn't no more than $60 a week. I know my grandfather worked for the same company, and my grandfather had 2 more years in over him. Jacob. Do you really think if I took 32 million, Richie, that I'd be living in the state of Kentucky? Got news for you all. I'd be living in Florida or on one of the Hawaiian Islands. Sitting on the beach right now, drinking one of them umbrella drinks. No, I bought the Mint, Pennsylvania. Ronnie owns the Denver Mint for another week or two, and then it's mine because I bought him out. I just got to get little Jim to sell me the San Francisco Mint, and then I'd be really in there. Neither. Neither one, Johnny. I know. 64 more subs and I can go to Super Chat. I'm trying to get it to go up. I've been inviting all friends from Facebook. Boy, would that piss Vaughn off. Vaughn said the other day, or was it yesterday, that he's got $20 given to him in 3 years. Oh, sorry, Vaughn. You're way behind. Oh, yeah, I think he would too, Johnny. Yeah, somebody's lying because Vaughn says he's only got $20 in 3 years. Now, J Dubs might be talking about paying the light bill. So, yeah, that's right. He's got more than $20. But still, Todd, I got more in 1 week than he's got in 10 years. From you. Let's say that clearly. From you. Good morning, Sharon. Welcome to the Big Larry Show, where we wake and bake. I can tell spring's coming because we're starting to get ants again. Only way to smoke 'em's big and fat. Morning, Ronnie Ray. Welcome to the Big Larry Show. Hopefully you caught Uncle Jim the other day for his birthday. Ants and flies, yes. That's how you can tell spring is moving in on us. In the Philippines, having ants in the house is good luck. I didn't know that, Johnny. Me, I don't like them. I really can't tell you stories about Vaughn, people. I don't know him. I didn't meet him until 2007 when I come down for a family reunion. And I came down for the family reunion in 2008. And I looked at the whole family and told them, I am moving down here next year. February 2009, I moved to Kentucky. I moved in with my father for 2.5 weeks, and I rented my own place. Them butterflies is come and gone, Ronnie Ray. We caught them all. If you can handle the smell, Johnny, good luck. Well, you're going to get that anyways, no matter if you live next door to him or 100 miles away. Well, I appreciate you being here. You have a good day. Don't work too hard or don't play too hard, whichever you're doing today.
I had this plugged in.
What's it saying now? 171. Urgent, low, soon. Act now to prevent low. Tap, tap, tap. You see, at 9 o'clock this morning, it's saying you went down to 30. And I don't see how when you're drinking coffee. I think it's this machine, I'm telling you. You might have to talk to the doctor and tell him that the machine's messing up. Take it with you at your doctor's appointment Monday.
Oh well.
and tell them it ain't acting right. They might want to order you a new one. And then you're going to lose your stickers that are on the back of it.
Yeah, no.
But, baby, I can give you more stickers. Well, you wouldn't catch much, Johnny. He never goes out of the house. Only time he goes to the house is to run to the dollar store to get them TV dinners and his Mountain Dew, and he's right back to his room. You know, one thing I wondered, where's he sleeping? What bedroom's he sleeping in? Is he sleeping in his mom's bed with all that garbage around him? Or is he sleeping in one of the spare bedrooms and then just going to his mom's room when he goes live? Yeah, unless you got cameras in the house, that's a different story. That wouldn't surprise me, Johnny. Yeah, I mean, he's sleeping, he's sleeping in his same clothes every day, every night. I at least change my clothes. I at least take showers. I might be handicapped and can't walk, but I still get my body clean. What are you digging for, baby?
Trying to find your thing.
I think they might be in one of the, like that blue thing that I got my ear cleaning thing in.
Yeah.
I think it's in one of them.
Okay.
And it's got my file and everything in it.
Here's your.
Well, yeah, and there's my tweezers.
Do you still want to keep this paint?
No, we don't need it. I ain't going to war. It's the only reason I'd want war paint.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I mean, not that I know of. Want me to put it on now?
No.
It's like Vaughn says I had cameras on when his mom had her problem.
Oh.
People, I had cameras in her house. I'm not going to lie about that. He said I had no rights to have them cameras in there. She told me to put them in there. She's the one that let me put them in there.
Mm-hmm.
And power of attorney gave me the rights to put them in there.
Mm-hmm.
To keep an eye on her, to make sure I didn't see her fall. And two of them. I had two. One shows me in the kitchen when she's cooking, when she's getting in her refrigerator, when somebody comes in the front door. The second camera pointed at her deep freezer and at the back door, if I can make sure nobody's coming in the back door or nobody's getting in her freezer. I don't have a camera in her bedroom. I don't have a camera in her bathroom. I don't know about Von Hilton, but I don't get into watching 92-year-old women get undressed and dressed. Sorry, that don't excite me. I did my job. That is what I was supposed to do. Ordered by the courts. He said I had no power. Von Hilton, you tell the courts that. Because they're the ones that gave me the power. You know, you were in the courtroom when they gave it to me. You got pissed. Oh, I know I did, Sharon. And when I get my, I can't say if I'm going to heaven or hell. I don't know. Don't care, to be honest with you. But every one of us will go to the pearly gates of heaven and we will meet Jesus Christ. And I got a feeling Miss Alice will be standing there waiting for me when I come in. Will she be standing there waiting for her own son? I don't know. Von Hilton says that property little Jim owns right now, that Jim lives in, that Alice had no rights to sell it. Well, Von Hilton, let me tell you something, buddy. Your mama signed that paperwork. That ain't just the only person that signed it. Your father signed it too. Your mother and father sold it to Jim. You have nothing to say about that property. That property was bought. They were never planning on giving you that, Von Hilton. That's why mommy bought herself a brand new trailer and her and your daddy moved into it and they gave you the rundown trailer that they were living in for 2 years. Where you can live right next door and help them when they got older, like helping them take out the garbage, helping them do things around the yard, cutting the grass. Did you ever cut the grass? No. Did you ever take her garbage out? No. Personally, people, he does say Jim has a mind control thing. If Jim had a mind control thing, he would have mind controlled Vaughn. Not his mother, but Vaughn. He would have mind controlled that Vaughn killed himself. Exactly, Nick. He don't even clean himself. Yeah, exactly. Her own son didn't take care of her, but me and Marcia and Ronnie and Jim, all of it. My wife. Now, my wife, I'm going to tell you, after Marcia stepped out because of the bullshit, my wife stepped in. You know what Alice called my wife? Her little angel. Because if she needed something, April was there to get it for her. April would go to get it for her. April would walk if she had to go get it.
The Lord teach my legs, I will do.
And I kept telling Miss Alice, she's my angel too, Alice. And look at her now. She is definitely my angel. She takes good care of me. She helps me get up and get in the shower. She helps me get up and go potty. She makes all my foods nowadays. I remember the first 15 years I made all the food. She did all the dishes. Now she does all the cooking and the dishes. Well, I can't say she does the dishes all the time because I got an 18-year-old boy in there right now who has done more work than Von Hilton. He at least gets up and sees the dishes are dirty and he does the dishes for his mother. Von Hilton, that's respect. That's love. That your kids get up and do work for their mother. My kid gets up every Tuesday morning and takes the garbage out. Something you never did for your mother. Yes, Jacob. Wheelchair walker. I use the walker to stand up, to turn around, to get in the wheelchair. I don't know if he did or not. I didn't watch that view. You know, it's like Von Hilton. One time I didn't show up at court. He says that I was faking it. The judge checked my paperwork. The judge checked the hospital. Guess where I was? In the hospital. Because I walked out my front porch and fell down my steps. My right leg gave out, so they emergency sent me to the hospital. I spent 12 and a half hours in the hospital and they finally let me go back home. I was in the shower too about a week ago and I fell coming out of the shower. They had to call an ambulance to pick me back up and put me back in my bed. My hands might be a little dirty, people, but they're nothing like Von's. You're probably right. Speaking of baby wipes, I'll show you some of the stuff I use. And they're not dry. I got about 35, 40 packages of these. OBI, Oneida Baptist Institute. It's a private school. It's in Oneida. They were giving boxes of them away. I took a whole case. We use them for lots of things, wiping the counters down. And them are the 75%. She uses the ones on the counter, the ones that are 99.9%. Let's go back to that turkey Thanksgiving. Yes, people, he did try to steal the turkey. And me and the person that bought that turkey went on back over there and told him he's got 30 seconds to get that turkey back over to that house. Or I'm going to rip his door off and rip him open. His mommy didn't buy that turkey, and neither did he. Hell, the turkey wasn't even cooked there. The only time that turkey was in Alice's house is to warm up. Getting ready to eat. He literally walked in the door, took the turkey, and went back home. Oh, my kids has got to eat. I got to cut some off for my kids. Well, you bring your kids over to this house and feed them. You ain't taking our turkey over there. Oh, he brought it back. And he brought his kids over and fed them. Yeah, I remember that too. He got mad because we made him wash up for Thanksgiving dinner. Y'all think I'm lying? Ronnie Ray's here. Ask him. He'll tell you too. Ronnie was around a lot of years. You know, people, I think the reason that we all really loved Miss Alice the most, nothing against Ronnie Ray, nothing against Uncle Jim, nothing against me. She was the last of the Mohicans. That's Uncle Jim's aunts and uncles. Them are my great aunt and uncles. Them are Ronnie Ray's great aunt and uncles. She was the last one. And we are all lucky that we got to meet her before she went. I remember my grandfather, and it's been a very, very long time, people. He died in 85. I was 20 years old. Oh, I get Ronnie, I guarantee your wife has more hours than he does. Not counting Uncle Jim, not counting my wife and me. Just your wife has more hours in than he did. Yes, I do miss Grandpa too. I was 20 years old when he died, people. And I didn't know none of them but my grandfather. I met Aunt Sophie when I moved down to Florida in 1983 because we went fishing, me and my father, over at the St. John River in Orlando. And we caught so many fish. He goes, I got an idea. And we grabbed all our fish. We got back in the boat and we ended up going to the car and we took all them fish to Aunt Sophie's. We cleaned a bunch of them up, probably about 30 or 40 of them up, and she started frying them. She says, you guys eat now and do what you got to do. We'll take care of the rest. And that is what we did. I then went another 15, 20 years without seeing Aunt Sophie. I came down here to the family reunion in 2007. There's Aunt Sophie and Alice and Hazel and Glenda and Ronnie Ray, Uncle Jim, Big Larry, Ralph, Greg. I mean, they were all here. The 2007 reunion, I loved it. I got to meet a lot of family members that I never knew. And like I said, in 2008, I told Alice Hilton and everybody that was at the 2008 family reunion, I am moving down here. And within 5 months, I was living in the state of Kentucky. Really, it is, Ronnie? I remember that funeral. I helped carry the coffin. You sure it was Floyd's and not Uncle Art's? I was at Uncle Art's too. Yes, exactly, Warren. Yeah, he stayed in his trailer during them Frost reunions. The only time he would come out is make a plate and back to the room. That was before he even got married, people. That was before he had any kids. Like I said, the first time I met him, his mom told him to go brush his hair. And he told her to, like, rudely was rude to her. And then I said, well, buddy, all she's doing is wants you to be presentable for the Frost family, for all the family. It wasn't just the Frost. Let me clear that up. It was not just the Frost. There's Davisons there. There's Bishops there. Because they're all in our tree. Miles, Ronnie, and Hazel came from California. That's a lot more than a couple of miles. Aunt Elsie came from Tennessee, southern Tennessee. Miss Alice would always hire a band, country church going band. So most of it was gospel music. We even got Uncle Jim to play a couple of times. Yeah, we are what's left now, Ronnie. And you know, Uncle Jim just turned 74. So he's getting up there. People, I need to block the screen for a minute. I got to clean my nose. I'm not going to lie what I'm doing. It's itching, so I don't want y'all seeing me picking my nose. So I'm going to block the camera. You know, Ronnie Ray's got a couple of boys, and I got a couple of boys that will carry the Frost name on. And I know there are a few other Frost out there that has some Frost boys too, like Big Larry Frost. And I know I say I'm Big Larry, but people, I have a cousin named Larry. I don't know if I was named after him, but my dad said I was named after one of his war buddies. Yeah, but only two of them carry the Frost name, Ronnie. Even though their blood runs Frost, but. And yeah, if anybody wants to look up who I call Big Larry Frost, he's very easy to find. He's an artist. He's got paintings all over the place. He is very well known, especially in the University of Kentucky. Because I think he was an art teacher for a long time. Yeah, Ronnie Ray just verified it. He was an art. He taught art. And that would be Arthur, Art's boy. He had 3 boys. I don't think he did, Ronnie Ray. I don't know. I'll have to look that up and find out. But I don't think he did. I have to talk to Teresa and see what she says. She would really know. A lot of us Frost went to Hamilton, Toledo. You know, we were all looking for work when they were back in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. Some of them stayed. The only ones I remember in my childhood is Grandpa Arnold, which is my grandfather, and your grandfather, Ronnie Ray. Didn't start meeting the other ones until late 80s, 83, like I said. Aunt Sophie would have been the first one. And that'd been when I moved down to Florida, where my dad was. Ain't Omar the one that was in the wheelchair, Ronnie Ray? Or do I got them mixed up? Yeah, see, I never went to none of the reunions in Hamilton. The first reunion I went to was 2007, which was right here in Clay County, Kentucky. When my grandfather died, I lived in Fort Lauderdale. Me and my Aunt Joy drove 23 and a half hours to get back there. Well, I bet you did, Ronnie Ray. I'm trying to talk little Jim into having another family reunion. I got a few family members that want to have a family reunion. One of them's your sister, Ronnie Ray. that you've never met. She wants to meet you. She wants to meet you, Ronnie. Let's clear that up as clear as day. She wants to meet her dad's siblings. The only one she knew was her brother and her sister. She didn't know about the rest of us. Well, I will keep you in touch, Ronnie. You know, Aunt Elsie, she had like 4 or 5 kids. I think only one's still living. I remember the first time I met Uncle Floyd, Ronnie. Me and my dad showed up over at his house to go squirrel hunting. And my dad goes, "Is it too late to go hunting?" Floyd looks at his watch. He goes, "Well, buddy, you better get out there." And out we went. Dad went up one hill and I went up the other. Yeah, but we have to pick a good time, Ronnie, that everybody can make it. You know, or try to do it on great grandpa's birthday. Do it on Guilford's birthday. Hope the family's doing good down there, Ronnie. It looks like a beautiful state, just like Kentucky is. I'm losing my viewers, it looks like. They're all getting bored of me. It ain't been 2 hours and I went down to 23. I was at 34. Like I said, I'm one of these kind of guys. Ronnie Ray will tell you, I love to talk. Lots of no paid lakes, Ronnie? Or they got paid lakes down there too. Good, good. That's real good, Ronnie. That must be an Arnold. Morning. That's cool, Ronnie. How's Travis doing, Ronnie? And if any of you all don't know, Ronnie has his son Travis in the Army right now. Oh, yeah. If you just got him, Ronnie, I know you're going to put him to use. That's one thing we love to do, us Frost boys. We love to fish. We love to hunt. He comes home from Poland in May. Good. Down to 20 viewers. I mean, I enjoy all you being here. I appreciate all of you being here. I wish y'all wasn't leaving. I wish y'all would sit and talk to me. But come down to the nitty gritty. Me and cousin Ronnie will do it by ourselves. I have no problems talking to my cousin. Love him to death. I've only known Ronnie maybe 15, 20 years. Love my cousin to death. He's a hell of a cousin. He'd do anything he can for me, and I do the same thing for him. I will do anything I can to help Ronnie. Hey, Silver. There's my 2 hour marker. Hey, there we go. Viewers going back up. We're up to 26, 30. Welcome to the show, everybody that's coming back in. Or some of you that ain't been here for the last 2 hours. Welcome to the Big Larry Show, where we wake and bake. We talk about anything and everything, especially Vaughn Hilton, that piece of shit. How many of you guys out there think that Vaughn Hilton's guys are doing a good job?
It's not time yet, but it's getting close. You want me to do it?
Quarter? No, I can do it, honey. I just want to make sure your insulin's right. What is your sugar?
One something. 137. What?
You don't take a shot at 137. Anything under 150, you don't have to take a shot.
I remember you telling me that.
Who did? Von Hilton did? He did two live videos this morning, I heard. One early morning, and then he did one about zombies. You still got 13 minutes, so see what it is in 13 minutes. Yeah, Todd sniped it. Todd got the one where he was talking about the zombies. Todd did not get the one where he's calling out the lawyer. But you can go over to Pizza, and Pizza's got it. You still here, Pizza? What's not good to do? My opinion, if somebody records something out there, it's all free game. You all want to record me and post it out there later? That's free game. If I didn't want it out there, I shouldn't be doing this one right now. Oh, yeah, he shouldn't call out the lawyer. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. He ain't just a lawyer. He sits in one of the seats in Kentucky. So he ain't just a lawyer. He might be a lawyer making side money, but he also works for the government, the state of Kentucky. House of Representative. There you go. Someone doing pizza bites or something? A pizza? I thought I smelled it. Arnold's eating pizza for lunch. Yeah, little Larry was home about a week ago, Ronnie. He just went back. He was home for spring break. Oh, yeah, they're going to get him. There's no doubt about that. I think he's about ready for that straight jacket, Ronnie Ray.
Let me tell you, they're straight jackets. No fun. Let me tell you that.
Why, did you wear a straight jacket before?
Yeah.
Wife says them straight jackets ain't fun. They had to put one on her before. She's a nutcase.
Because I hang out with Jennifer.
I love you, baby.
Hey, it's $12.50.
Who was talking about THC?
Okay.
Toby. You going up?
149.
You still don't need one, but you still got 9 minutes. I mean, you're barely going to get the needle wet if you have to take any.
You hear that, Ronnie Way? I'm doing good.
She's doing good on her insulin, Ronnie. She's sitting at 149 now. She's went up a couple since 5 minutes ago. Yes, it is. For her, that is, Ronnie. You were around when she had to be life flighted out of here. Twice. I will, Ronnie. Soon as she comes out of that restroom. Ronnie Ray said to give you a big hug, honey.
Oh, I know. I mean,
So when you're done, come in here and give me a big hug and say hi to Ronnie.
okay.
That means I'm going to put your face on camera.
No, boy. I don't know if I want that.
Baby, I don't care what you look like. Fuck everyone else. I love you for you.
Is that what you with me all the time?
No, you're not no Reese Witherspoons or Wonder Woman, but
No.
you make me happy, and that's all that counts.
Well, I tried to. I mean,
And y'all, you just heard that name that I said. That girl is fine as wine
well,
in my book, Reese Witherspoons.
I would go for it if I was like that.
I can't neither, Ronnie, and it's going to come down soon, buddy. You know that. It's been going on way too long. You know he still don't have control of the houses. It's all still in probate court. And he's already blew through that $32,000 and he didn't do no work to none of the houses. So what did he spend $32,000 on?
Yep. My leg work.
My honey.
Henry, I miss you. Aw, Dad.
He got more than a screw loose. He's got them all loose,
You
Ronnie.
see that hurt over there? They're going up.
Uh-huh. He probably did, Michael.
But Ronnie, I love you. Tell Marcia I love her too. Oh.
I'm surprised he ain't found some girl that wants a green card yet. Be honest with you. He'd marry her just to give her the green card. But as soon as she finds out he ain't took a shower in 10 years, she's going to file for a divorce. Fuck that green card. Hell, my legs don't work. I still get in that damn shower. And I have a wife right there to prove it. I agree, Melissa. Hey, Ronnie, if you had 32 million, would you be living where you're at? I know I wouldn't be. You'd be visiting me on the Hawaiian Islands. One of them umbrella drinks. Yeah, Melissa, he says the frost conned her out of it. No. He did. And she says she will do a live interview on that because as soon as she moved in, it wasn't a week later, he went and bought her a brand new computer, bought himself a brand new computer, and they were both had to be black. He took his white computer and stuck it out in the garage. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't be in debt. Well, I'm not in debt, but I sure be sitting on the Hawaiian Islands. Well, you'll get yourself out of it, Ronnie. You know you will. Just keep paying them bills, buddy, and you'll come out of debt. Yes, it does, Micah. Boy, I would like to go back to 15 years old where my parents are paying my bills. Yeah, you left the holler and left that farm home for a bigger future. And I think you're doing good, Ronnie. Us Frost here in Clay County, Kentucky are really missing you, but we're glad you're bettering yourself. Yeah, I wish I could go back to where my parents paid all the bills and I didn't have no bills to pay. But we don't. We can't stay a certain age. We grow, we get older. We're supposed to learn from the elderly and teach our own, which is what I do. You know, sometimes you can go to Alice's house and you would hear that same story 3 or 4 times in the same day. It's like she brainwashed you with it in your brain, but I loved it. I got to know lots of parts of my family. I got to know about my family. Um, well, from Oneida, it's almost 45 minutes. Me right now, Melissa, I could be in the Walmart's parking lot within 6 minutes. That's how close I am to Walmart's. I could be at the Manchester Hospital in 2 minutes. Yeah, little bitty Walmarts. Yep, London, Kentucky is where the super Walmarts is. And that's probably about a 45-minute drive from me. That's like when my wife went to pick up Larry this last time he was home. She stopped at Kroger's. There's one up there in Richmond where she goes to pick up Larry. She finally stopped at a Kroger's. She got a bunch of meat from there. Took a cooler that she can keep the meat cold. Yeah, now you're 10 minutes from everywhere. Exactly. So am I, Ronnie. I think the furthest away from me would be the Dairy Queen, about 10 minutes. Everything else within 5 minute range, except the hospital. It's 2 minutes. When I dial 911 and have to have an ambulance come out here, the ambulance is here before I even get off the phone with 911.
162.
I'm going to wet the needle. Sorry, 162 means you take a shot.
Okay.
And it is now 102. So I am preparing it. You're taking 3 units, which is barely wetting the needle.
Mhm.
Yeah, I looked up your place, Ronnie. I seen that. That light didn't help at all. Sorry, off. This light's going to brighten your eyes, but I need to have a good view of my wife's needle shot. I got to make sure I give her the right dose. Don't want to overdose her and don't want to underdose her. They're talking about putting her back on the pins again instead of me doing these. They're literally talking about putting her back on the pin, and I can't wait. A lot easier. I don't have to keep drawing it all out. Oh, I definitely know where Cleveland, Ohio is, Melissa. I was born in Toledo, Ohio, which is a pretty nice city. It ain't as big as Cincinnati or Columbus or Cleveland, but we're right behind Cleveland. We got family right below Cleveland, to be honest with you, over there in Denison. As a teenager, we used to run over to Sandusky, Ohio 15, 20 times a year. Welcome to Cedar Point. We used to get our passes for every single year. Pay a certain amount and you get a pass. You can go anytime you want. I had a friend of mine that lived in Sandusky, so we'd go to his house. Friday afternoon, we get there. We set up the tents in his yard. We shoot over to Cedar Point. Spend the whole weekend there. We go Friday night, do a few rides. Saturday, all day Saturday, half a day Sunday, and Sunday night we're on our way back to Toledo because we all had to work Monday morning. You know, I don't remember much about Hamilton because I never lived there, but I have been there visiting my grandmother and grandfather when they lived in Hamilton, Ohio. The only thing I can remember is my grandmother chasing me out of her apple tree with her broom. And I literally climbed out of that one apple tree, ran across the yard, and jumped in the other apple tree. I remember the day before my grandmother died. Me and my dad drove from here to Toledo the day before she died. And there was a bunch of family members in the room with her. She was in hospice. And my aunt looked at me, Larry, she don't know anybody. I went up there and kissed her on the cheek and I said, "What's in your refrigerator?" Her eyes turned like 50-cent pieces and said, "Larry." My aunt looked at me and said, "How'd you get her to say your name? How'd she know it was you?" Grandmas know everything about their grandchildren. Each and every one of us has a certain meaning in their lives. She knows me. When I walked in, I don't care if it was Thanksgiving, Christmas, or dead of summer. When I walked in her house, I went to the refrigerator. If the tomatoes were done in the garden, I would grab the salt shaker and I would head to her garden. And she knows that. I did that from the time I turned 6 years old until the day she did not have a garden no more. And I'm going to tell you, buddy, she had a garden every single year for a very, very, very long time. My grandmother and grandfather built the house in Sylvania, Ohio. With the help from Jack Frost. That means I was 6 years old when you were born, Ronnie Ray. I was born in 65. I'm back down to 20 viewers. Telemarketer?
Call from Zelle.
Nope.
Call from Zelle.
Hello? Hey. That's your number. Who is this? Oh, why did it come up 606? Oh, okay. Okay, I was wondering because it come up 606 and I was like, wait a minute, that's right here. Okay, okay.
What is that?
R&R. Ronnie Ray.
Oh.
Appreciate it, cuz. Later. We have to program that number in.
Okay.
That's Ronnie's.
Okay.
Thank you, cuz. That's better. That light ain't shining in my eyes. Here goes my viewers back up. We're back to 28. So I had a few of yous leave for a minute. Probably grabbed you a drink, grabbed you a roll me a joint up, and here we go again. Yes, it is nice having cell service. Where I'm at now, I do get service, but Like we said, Oneida don't get service people. Unless you have a real good phone. Now, my cousin Teresa, she can pretty well go anywhere, and she's always got service. He did two he did two shows this morning. One talking about the lawyer and the other one talking about zombies. I just think it's funny that he's calling out the lawyer. He ain't just a lawyer, so he better watch what he's doing. Me, Ronnie Ray, and Jim is just a bag of worms. When he opens that bag with that lawyer in it, that's opening a rattlesnake. And he's going to find out because he ain't just a lawyer. He sits on one of the seats in the state of Kentucky. He's a high-ranking Kentuckian. Them are the boys you don't play with. You can get on here and talk shit about all these little boys, but you're messing with the big boy now, buddy. Yeah, we all do know too much, Ronnie. But we're going to let him hang himself. He's going to spill it. You know it. I know it. Jim knows it. I'm surprised he ain't in the jailhouse now because of him leaving his mother on the floor. He is a senator, exactly. Vaughn's goose will be cooked. Under glass dome, of course. Yeah, he's the one that was taking the money. If any money was coming up missing, he was the one taking it. Did we work for Alice? Yes, and we did make money from her. I'm going to tell y'all, and Ronnie's here right now, he'll be Miss Alice was trying to pay people $5 an hour when minimum wage was up to $8 an hour. She was trying to pay us from like the 1950s style. And I told her, people don't work for $5 an hour no more, Alice. It's $10 an hour nowadays. That little watershed out there, it was Ronnie Ray and me that put the roof on it. It was Ronnie Ray that put the roof on both of them houses. Yeah, you put shingles on both of the houses for $500. That's cheap, and I'm going to tell everybody that is real cheap. You let a company go in there. They would have got her for $5,000 per house, if not better. That's still a $5,000 job, though, Ronnie, even if she bought the shingles. I don't know what you used to make, but I was making $25 a square. Every square I laid, I made $25, and I'd lay a square 20 minutes. Yeah, and all the tiles you laid in Big Irvy's house. How about you doing the bathroom in Little Irvy's house? I can think of a lot of things we did over there on them properties. How about when me and you and my dad cleaned out Big Irvy's house after he died? Oh, we know that, Melissa. You know, and we tried to let it go. We laugh at him and let it go. But then he wants to try to take us back to court again. Uncle Jim was going to let the $1,500 go. Me, Jim, and Millie's had a talk. I wouldn't let that $1,500 go. If they don't need it, take him to court, let him pay the lawyer, and give me the $1,500. I could use it. I could find something to do with $1,500. I can go to the Golden Corral and KFC the same week. Yum, yum. Well, yeah, Miss Alice's just got all done, and his dogs destroyed it. Okay, you're the one that did it. There you go. His dog has destroyed it. Have you seen any of his live videos lately, Ronnie? Alice's bedroom looks like the city dump. Oh, you know she is, Ronnie. He's still saying that she's buried by a dog, Ronnie. I told him I'll give him $1,000. He goes up there and undigs that dog and show me. And that don't mean to go up there and dig a hole and drop one of his dogs in it, because we know what his dogs look like. I know there's not a dog up in that graveyard. He says that we wasn't supposed to bury her there. Ronnie, you didn't buy the tombstone. I didn't buy that tombstone. Jim didn't buy that tombstone. Who bought it? She did. Who paid for her casket? She did. Who said she wanted to be buried up there? She did. She told us years ago where she wanted to be buried, right next to Little Alice, which was one of her best friends down here. Little Alice and Sprout. That's why that pond was put in there. For Little Alice, Big Alice, and Sprout can go fishing every single day. And they did. They went fishing every single day until Little Alice died. Yeah, I'm going to read that out loud there, Ronnie. People, she did love her son. Don't put me wrong. Because it was her son. She just didn't like the way he lived and the way he treated people and the way he treated her. There was no respect. My opinion, he didn't get his ass whipped. She spoiled rottening. She gave him everything they wanted. But you got to remember, Alice was working. Her husband's working. There ain't nobody there to take care of him. He raised himself. Glenda was already gone and married and having her own kids. There probably ain't now, but there were. I can think of 5 different loads that was put inside that pond. I was there. We got pictures of them. She had 5 truck. She had 3 put in one year and 2 put in the next. The first one were bluegills. The second one was catfish. The bluegills is for the catfish to eat. Let's be real. That's why the bluegill were put in there. But the bluegills are surviving still. I think there still might be a few in there. We didn't catch them and take them out of there and go eat them somewhere, people. It was catch and release. Unless they were hurt real bad and they were going to die. And then she'd tell us to take them home and eat them. Now, I don't know if you all know, but, Big Irvy used to live down the street. You know how we all get pictures of Vaughn throwing that airplane out there? You all see that brick house down the road there? Through that open field, that brick house? That was his dad's house. His mom and dad bought it for him to live in because they were going to scam the medical insurance. Instead of Miss Alice spending $100,000 on medical insurance on Big Irvy, she let the company do it. They got a divorce. Even though Vaughn Hilton says it's because Uncle Jim got him a divorce, no. Nobody was cheating on nobody. They were still sleeping together. They were still going to dinner every night. Back to the conversation. Big Irvy's house also had a pond on it. And it had fish in it. Yeah, they didn't do your arms were sore. You had to roll your pole in and quit fishing for 10 minutes until you got more energy in them arms. I remember that, Ronnie. I got a picture of it, remember? Ronnie Roy caught a flathead catfish, 55 pounds. Caught on bluegill. Wow, that's a long time, Melissa. Yes, it was a big fish, Ronnie Ray. Well, some people do think that, Piper. Me, I love it. Don't put me wrong, it gets boring sitting there 4 or 5 hours and not get a bite. You just got to know the right time to go fishing. You got to be using the right bait. I'm not lying. I've been to the Maumee River and sat there all day long and not catch a thing. And then I've been to the Maumee River and pull them in left and right. It just matters what time of the year, when you're going, where you're fishing. You going to bed there, NJ? Good night, buddy. Don't let Von Hilton haunt you or his gods. No, I'm not going to bed. I'm up and awake. I'm good until 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. I'm yawning because I think I'm bored. Yeah, I got my 8 hours in already, so I'm good till 9, 10 o'clock maybe. Unless me and the wife put a boring movie in at 8 o'clock and I get bored of it and I'll just roll over and go to sleep. I've did that to her 2 or 3 times. No, not Harley Piper. That's where he's going to John Way's house. Vaughn's going to be going to New York. It's what Vaughn ought to do. He needs to pack up that truck, move up to John's house, and then get Otis to take care of all the properties. And for Otis to send him a check every month. But we all know how that's going to turn out. Otis is going to keep the money for himself, and Vaughn ain't going to see nothing. Hey, Ronnie Ray, you know who Otis is, right? The town drunk? I mean, you got to remember him. The man that was running over to Hazard and buying cases of beer and bringing them back into Clay County and selling them for $1 a can. Otis. Who's out? Who was the town drunk, Ronnie Ray? You could say the name because everybody already knows who I'm talking about. I still call him Otis, though, because I don't like to down one of my cousins like that. He is a cousin. Yes, thank you. See, you said it the right way. Bootlegging in the Clay County, Tim. I call him Otis. The town drunk. You know, from the Andy Griffin show. And he also the one that got busted for growing 150 plants on the top of his hill. I heard he's wanted for murder right now or attempt to murder or something. I heard the law is looking for him. I don't know how true that is. As y'all hear, I'm kicking on my phone back on. Well, I hear he's working for him, Ronnie. You know what he did to Vaughn's mother, so you can imagine what he's doing to Vaughn. Vaughn ain't even going to come out of the trailer. So I bet you he's getting him real bad. I bet he's stripping the barn, the sheds, and everything. I bet he's been stripping the houses. You know, you would think Von Hilton would remember that, Ronnie. He probably does, but he ain't got nobody else to work for him. Yeah, nobody has anything to do with him. Exactly. Four more days and I celebrate my birthday. Number 59. Who you going to visit, Happy? Me or Ronnie or Von Hilton? You're definitely welcome to come and see me, Happy Face. I try to be cool, but you know, like I said, I am a pothead. I love my weed. I used to love my Jack Daniels too, but the doctor won't let me drink it no more. With all the pills I'm on, he said, no, no, no. Yeah, you can bring a camper, bring a tent, or if you need a bed, as long as my son's gone to school, you're welcome to his bed. You know, I can't let you have his bed if he's home from school, though. It's a queen. Every one of us has a queen. We don't sleep in twin beds around here. We're all too big. What are my hobbies? Smoking weed, going through coins, playing with pennies. Um, I like collecting flags. I like watching NASCAR. I like football. I don't have no problem. I love putting models together. Yeah, and fishing and hunting, of course, Ronnie. I wouldn't want to leave that out. Got to get my daily points from my games. No, I've never thought about it, but it's something to think about. I'd like to have that as a real job. I'd love to go to restaurants and try their foods and tell them if it's good or not. Look around and see, what do they call that? A food inspector? Restaurant inspector? I love the Golden Corral. Don't put me wrong. But you got to have the right cooks in there. You got to have the right managers in there. You got to have the right people in a restaurant to keep people coming. If you're serving cold food, you're going to lose your customers. If you're selling burnt food, you're going to lose your customers. When I walk into a steakhouse and order a $40 steak, it better be cooked perfect the way I want it. Because you send it out wrong, I'm sending it back. To me, $40 is a lot of money on a piece of meat. I think my mother and stepdad's favorite restaurants would have been the Kentucky Fried Chicken that was in Toledo way back then. And we went to Central Hot Dog a lot because Central Hot Dog always has some good deals on hot dogs. And my stepdad would order like 2 or 3 dozen chili dogs and like 4 orders of fries. and the kids all had to share the fries, and we all shared the Coney dogs. Yeah, it is. To me, it is. My brother just posted to me something. Said my birthday gift's on its way. So that means he sent it out today. Thank you, Happy. We just hit the 3 hour mark. 32 visitors. Right now, 36 thumbs up. We are doing good. If you have not gave Larry a thumbs up for being on a Saturday, please give me a thumbs up, showing me you like me being on here today. My channel's about anything we make it, Happy. I will call you later. Thanks, Ronnie. Thanks for being here, buddy. We'll holler at you later. I'll talk about anything, tell you the truth, Happy. I just get on here and be glad to talk to people. Not that I don't love my wife and love talking to her, but I've been with her 22 years. I run out of things to talk to her about until she takes some clothes off, and then we'll find something to talk about. Yes, I do have a tattoo. Black Panther. I also got one on my chest. It says Jacob, which is my oldest son's name. No lie, and it didn't even get all the way done because I cried like a baby when they did it. The name Jacob's there, but it didn't get colored in like it was supposed to, and it was supposed to have a picture of a little boy holding a baseball bat. But it never got done because I was a crybaby. It hurt getting it done on the chest. And the night I got drunk and passed out and let the tattoo man go to work. Does my wife ever visit my live stream? She was just on it, Happy. She gets on and says hi to everybody. She don't join in. She don't stay the whole trip because she's a woman. She's doing other things. She's cleaning house, doing dishes, cooking. So when she gets a free minute, she does what she wants to do. Happy just wanted to know if you ever do your if I ever do videos with you. My wife don't use the computers. She don't use tablets or any of that stuff.
'Cause I don't want to get hacked.
She's a good person. I got me a good-hearted woman. And because I am talking about her, Happy, she is now trying to come in the picture. So she will say hi to you, Happy. This is my wife, April.
Hi, Happy. How you doing?
He's the one with the smiley faces going all the way up. Ronnie Ray just left, went to
I
do
know
some
it.
brakes on a car
Oh.
or on his truck. I don't know. It's hard telling.
Well, I'm going to leave, okay? Because I don't like my, you know.
Do what you got to do, baby.
I love you guys. I'll see you. Talk to you later.
He said hello.
Hello, buddy.
Yeah, I just like to get on and talk to people. I mean, I wouldn't mind being somebody's co host or somebody coming over and being my co host. But I ain't too good on the computer, people. I'm learning myself. My now 19-year-old had to teach me how to get on. He's the one that loaded YouTube up. He's the one that's loaded my Facebook account up. He does all that for me. She's a good person.
Thank you.
She has a couple problems, with their diabetes and stuff, but she does good. As long as she takes care of it and watches what she's eating, she does good. When we first got together, she didn't know how to cook. Now she can go in there and cook me anything I ask her for. I taught her. She didn't learn from reading it in a book. She didn't learn from watching it on YouTube. I taught her. She'd come in there and help me cook, and she learned how to cook. It's like I told her, and I'll tell you all, it shocked me. Why didn't her mother and father teach her how to cook? It was my stepfather that taught me how to cook. Not my mother, my stepfather. Because my mother was always asleep or she was at work. And I've told you what my mother did. She did it for almost 30 years. She made Hunt's ketchup. I know everybody's heard of Hunt's ketchup. No, she don't make that, Lardo. We've had pheasant on the plate, but not under glass. I see you, Lardo. You just missed Ronnie Ray. Honey, can I get a DP? No, not really. I have my bedtime one in here,
Okay, well,
but it's warm.
this one's cold.
Maybe you can swap with me? I'm going to mute you guys for 1 second. I need to talk to my wife.
Why was you afraid to ask me because of what happened yesterday?
Not really. I just didn't want everyone to know.
Oh. That was I don't know what that was yesterday. Bad news, maybe. I don't know.
I kind of said something to him yesterday, Toby, because I didn't like him going live while I'm alive. You know, you should have respect for YouTubers. I see if one person's live, I don't think another, like Todd. Todd came in this morning, said he was going to do something about Vaughn because Vaughn was doing lives. I literally said, okay, I shut my YouTube down and I went over to Todd. When Todd was done, I came back and I reopened. I told Nick he was trying to steal my viewers. I think that's wrong. I think when somebody's live, you should not try to go live. You should have enough respect for friends. I mean, if you're my worst enemy, sure, I don't give a shit. Go live. Try to steal them. Nick, I thought we were friends. What on?
Nothing. Hey, what are you doing? What the fuck? What are you doing?
Why did that just show up? Okay, people.
You want all of it?
How much? Just tilt it over. Let me see.
I do. I'll spill it.
Yeah.
You want it or
Yeah, just warm it all up.
put some more cheese on it?
I don't know. You can if you want. Not saying I'll eat it all. I mean, that's just respect, you know. Somebody's talking, you don't interrupt them, you let them finish talking, and then you talk. But Nick must not have no respect for nobody. And that kind of upsetted me because I thought me and Nick were friends. And I hope Nick sees this part of my channel. You know, if I get on here and I see somebody's live, I don't just get on and say, hey, come on over and visit me, guys. Leave that show. No, I wait till that show's over and then I open my show. That's common sense. That's respect for my other YouTubers. A lot of people out there don't have that. I think that's what the world's missing now is respect. It's their way or no way, like Vaughn Hilton. Sorry, that ain't the way my world turns. The wife is throwing me lunch together, so we got about another 10 minutes, people. She's throwing something together for me real quick, and I'm going to eat my lunch, get a few things done maybe around here, get through some more of these pennies. I'm getting tired of looking at all these pennies, so I'm hoping I'm getting close to being done. I've got about $160 something worth of pennies that I've went through. Checking each and every one's date, where it was made, and everything. Right now, the most pennies I have are the 1990s. I have a lot of 1990s. But I got a couple of coin books, and I'm pulling out the best looking ones, and I'm putting them in the books. I am keeping one from the Pennsylvania Mint. I'm keeping one from the Denver Mint. I'd like to have one from all the San Francisco Mint too, but you know, it's very hard living in Kentucky to try to get a San Francisco Mint penny. Now, if I lived over near California somewhere, they're probably pretty easy to get. But living on this side of the world, or this side of the country, mainly I see are the Pennsylvanias. Lots of Pennsylvania Mint ones. We get a few Denvers, but most of them are Pennsylvania. You know, I thought about getting on YouTube and talking to people. Hey, you guys save wheatbat pennies? Let me know. Maybe we can do some kind of trading. I got a few of them. I mean, I'm going to keep my collection. Don't put me wrong, but like the 1950 D's and P's, I got like 4 or 5 of each. 1950. My oldest wheatbat is a 1917. I got a couple of the 1929s. There's a few of them that I got doubles of, so. Thank you, honey. Well, people, I've been on here for 3 hours, 16 minutes. John 3:16. For God of the world, he gave his only begotten Son. Whoever shall believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Big Larry's going to call this show over for today. I'm going to go ahead and eat my lunch. Peace out to all.